Welcome to Armstrong High School as the two Robbinsdale district rivals meet up on the wrestling mat here, the Robbinsdale Rumble. It's the Cooper Hawks and the Armstrong Falcons, part 3 of a tri-meet here at Armstrong. I'm Jay Wilcox, John Lauritsen from Channel 4 joining me for tonight's match, and we've seen some good ones over the years. Armstrong has pretty much dominated lately, though Cooper's numbers have gotten a little thin, so they'll be giving up some forfeits here tonight, which makes it a tall order, but we might see some pretty good matches along the way, though.
Yeah, we saw Cooper wrestle Park Center. They had some very good wrestlers in like the middleweights for a little while there, so 10-win wrestlers already. So if we get some good head-to-head matchups, that kind of makes up for some of the forfeits in a way, too. And, you know, you're wrestling a rival. This is one of your biggest rivals, so there's a little extra incentive to wrestle a little harder tonight.
Yeah, a lot of these kids know each other and maybe competed in wrestling or other sports growing up, maybe been teammates at some times as well. And I think there's a feeling that they want to keep this rivalry going, even though it's kind of, you know, in a downturn in terms of numbers, especially on the Cooper side. But once something goes away, it's hard to get it back. So I think they kind of want to keep that part of it going.
I remember years ago, even 15 years ago, you and I were doing some of these Robbinsdale Rumble matchups, and these matches were happening at the old Robbinsdale High School. That was a lot of fun. And you'd see people bring out the old letter jackets, the Robbinsdale letter jackets. So, yeah, it'd be nice to keep it going. And hopefully Cooper gets their numbers back up. You never know. You get a good feeder program going, and the next thing you know, your numbers are right back where you want them to be. So we'll see what happens.
All right, should be an interesting one here. Cooper and Armstrong, the Robbinsdale Rumble for 2023 coming up next here on CCX. And welcome back to Armstrong. The first 3 weights were forfeited by Cooper, so we go to 126. Jacob Hernandez for Cooper, Bram Hatteen for Armstrong in our 126-pound matchup. So Falcons off to an 18-0 lead here with those 3 forfeits by the Hawks.
They got Hernandez, the Hawks senior, Hatteen, a sophomore for Armstrong. His brother will be up a little bit later. The old Robbinsdale Rumble.
Hatteen was the guy who ended up getting a pin against the Park Center match. Was trailing for a while and then ended up scoring a pin. And Hernandez got it out a 10-7 win, both over the same opponent, Aaron Dungy at Park Center. And earlier tonight, again, if you're just joining us for our live broadcast on Friday night the 13th, this is the 3rd of 3 here, with Park Center being the other team involved in this tri-meet.
Yeah, it seemed like Hatteen was in good position to get a takedown here, but Hernandez with that length kind of wrapped him up in a cradle. Got 2. Hatteen got a potentially dangerous. He got his headgear all kind of out of whack there.
1 point for Armstrong, technical violation.
And technical violation. I don't know what happened there. I think maybe Jay, he grabbed his headgear, which would be a technical violation. Hernandez grabbed Hatteen's headgear, I think is what happened.
Referee explaining it to Coach Wong.
Or was it a clasp? Long discussion going on, whatever it is. Trying to figure out what happened here. He grabs his head. You know, he cranked on his neck pretty good there without an arm in it. And so it's kind of like you need an arm in there if you're going to pull on somebody's head in wrestling. I think that's what happened. It might be maybe a caught up in the moment situation there for Hernandez that he just kind of did that. Probably wasn't trying to hurt Hattin. It didn't seem like he was, but nonetheless, he gives up a point. We'll see if that comes into play later on. Hattin trying to get away here, trying to get that escape at least. He does. And so that ties the match with that penalty point as well. Two. And just tries a shot. He got two right before the buzzer. Did not stop wrestling. Gets that double leg right as the horn sounds. So 4-2 now. Jacob Hernandez. We'll see if that comes into play later in this match.
Again, scoring right at the buzzer. Great feeling. Bad feeling if you're the guy that gets scored against.
Hattin able to kind of get out for a second. Not quite able to face Hernandez. There he does. It's at 4-3. Keep in mind that one of those points for Hattin is a violation on Hernandez. Some hand control things going on here. A little defense by Jacob Hernandez. Hattin getting a little high. He's got his arm caught in there. Could be in trouble. Gives up a takedown. 6-3 now. Jacob Hernandez leads.
Remember, too, at the end of his match against Park Center, Hernandez seemed a little banged up. So it's good to see that he's at least able to go here. And he's doing well.
Yeah, could be giving up at least a reversal here. That makes it 6-5 with that reversal. Yeah, that's right. It was right towards the end of that match, Jay, as you mentioned, that Hernandez's knee got a little banged up. 35 seconds to go here in the second. Team trying for an arm bar. Got to break your opponent down and keep working that arm bar if you can. He got it in like that. And he gives up the escape. 7-5.
Getting late in the period here. Hernandez does seem to be favoring that left leg a little bit. I think he's waiting for the period to end.
Let's see if he gets another
nice
takedown right before. Nope, not that time. He almost did the same exact thing he did in the first, Jay, with a takedown with a second or so left. Not this time, though, not quite.
Well, he was close, but I think the right call to not award points there. So he hadn't fully established control.
Yeah, Hernandez will take both up here to begin the third, and he's got some nice deep shots on Hattin a couple times. And if you're Hattin, Jay, you're thinking, I'm only down by 2. If I get the takedown, this match is tied. And he gets a nice shot. Hernandez using that length and leverage to sprawl out. He's going to come around, get 2 of his own.
Tried to take him to his back, didn't quite happen there. And off they go.
Hernandez looks tired. Hattin ready to go. Wrestling is a grueling sport when you get into a third period, and it's been a tough opponent. It takes a lot out of you. You got to find that second level. And he's trying to get a cradle locked up. He's getting a little high here. Hattin in position to get some points if he can get up and out. And he does, 9-6.
Although he gave up the escape, I think it was smart by Hernandez to let go of that because he was in danger of getting a reversal and maybe even more.
Yeah, it did feel like he was getting a little high on that. There's a shot. Every time Hattin does this, you can see how well Hernandez is able to sprawl. The team is just kind of fighting through that with this head down and hanging onto those legs for dear life. And Hernandez has had a lot of success on his feet. He's had some nice shots, and every time a team takes a shot, he's able to sprawl on them real well.
Hernandez backing straight up there.
You can't do that. With that. Yeah, you don't want to give up a teen has a shot at a takedown there.
Kind of running out of time, 24 seconds to go, and obviously he needs more than just a takedown, trailing it by 3.
Yeah, I felt like in that last sequence, if he would have kept moving, he might have had a shot. He was going to get 2 here.
Now do you cut him?
Cut him loose.
Yeah,
I would cut him loose. It's 9-8.
And he might have waited too long, though. And then he shot and missed. And Hernandez will hold on to get the win.
Hernandez quick. Very quick on that.
So Hernandez will win it 12-8.
He just he does that sprawl, and he's able to get around behind him and get that takedown.
Hernandez excited.
Yeah, tired.
Tired.
A couple of big matches for him tonight. One right to the wire.
I think we probably will, well, I'm not going to assume, but probably going to see another forfeit or perhaps 2 in a row here for Cooper, at least based on the lineup they were able to put out against Park Center. And not guaranteed to be that same deal, but.
Winner by forfeit, 132 pounds for Armstrong,
Ramses Peterson will win by forfeit at 132 for Armstrong.
Yeah.
Eli Hatteen will win by forfeit at 138.
Both those guys impressive against Park Center.
Cooper Kuykendall for Cooper at 145, and Henry Cronin for Armstrong.
They go off the mat right away. Cronin fought hard in that match against Park Center. He got tech-falled, but he could have been pinned 3 or 4 times and really fought it off. He's close to getting a takedown here.
And if he can pop that head loose, he should have it, but not yet. Kuykendall holding on now. Cronin will get the takedown.
Kuykendall, freshman for the Hawks, and Cronin, the 8th grader for Armstrong. Cronin trying for that half Nelson. There's a half there too. Gets off to the side real nice. Second Kuykendall, I thought he was going to fight that off. Now he's in trouble. And he'll give up the pin.
53 seconds in, Henry Cronin by pin.
You can see that half Nelson. Cronin does a nice job of getting it in real deep. And ref had a pretty quick slap of the mat there. Nice job by Henry Cronin, an impressive looking 8th grader. Well, I don't know if we got maybe another forfeit coming up. It looks like we have a match. Both coaches are discussing. All right. So now it's Cooper gets a forfeit.
Yeah, Ruben Dayan Prego will get a forfeit win for Cooper.
I kind of felt like maybe they were getting him a letter there or something to.
160 pounds for Cooper. Yusef Shabazz, and for Armstrong, Avery Olsen, 160 pounds.
Yusef Shabazz for Cooper and Avery Oseth for Armstrong here at 160.
Yeah, both coaches were discussing that forfeit prior to this, and it felt like it might have been a chance to get a wrestler a win.
Yeah, or else I think they also wanted to get this one set up to be a more competitive match.
That could
maybe
be too. Yep.
Yep. Obviously these teams are rivals and all that, but they know the score in terms of that. Cooper has so many open weights that they're still going to probably try to get their kids a good match when possible too, not just be looking at dual meet strategy kind of thing.
Yeah, and that's beneficial to both teams when you can do that. Get some more mat time in. Shabazz, he's a captain for Cooper.
Both guys won by pin in their matches against Park Center earlier tonight. So, be an interesting matchup here between these two guys.
No real shots yet, just kind of tying up a little bit. There's Shabazz, nice duck under, but can't finish it though. They go off the mat, and they'll get a restart in the center. Seth with a little bit of a shot. A lot of activity, just 10 seconds left here in the first. Shabazz did have a nice duck under, but wasn't able to finish as they went off the mat. It looks like they're going to end the first period here scoreless.
Just kind of locking up high a little bit and not really taking strong shots, although they both, some movement and everything. I think Cooper would like to see a little more circling side to side stuff from Shabazz there and get him a little bit out of position if possible.
Interesting to see that we're starting neutral after all that here in the second.
Yeah, when not much really went on, but
right.
Both guys seem to be comfortable from their feet.
Watching Park Center earlier, a lot of their wrestlers like just being on their feet, you could tell. So sometimes that's experience related. You don't have a good pinning combination you like, and sometimes it's just that you are that good on your feet. And Osseo looks like he's going to get two.
Then the escape for Shabazz quickly, though, so 2-1 Osseo.
You go almost halfway through the match with no scoring, and then a quick takedown and a quick escape.
Now, sometimes it kind of loosens things up once you get a little scoring and things start to happen a little more, but then again, not always. Yeah. Sometimes style matchups where they're just kind of counteracting each other throughout the match.
And neither wrestler seems too eager to. There's a headlock for Osseo if he's able to finish. Shabazz trying to fight that off. Tight headlock, but Osseo's not quite able to finish. And earlier tonight you called that nice job by Shabazz. Kind of trips him back the other way, gets a takedown out of it. High risk, high reward move, I think, Jay, is what you called those headlocks. And Osseo is close to, he gets his hips, he had his hips through. Right? Shabazz fights it off and then eventually takes him back the other way to get a takedown of his own. And the lead now. There's a roll by Osseo. And he's going to get an escape to tie it up 3-3. This is turning into a pretty good match tonight between these rivals.
Yeah, you're kind of hoping that they both would sort of let loose a little bit here. I mean, they've not been wrestling poorly or anything, but just not really, both kind of not taking any chances. So Shabazz will start down here to begin the third in a tie match. Hoping he can just get up and out and take the lead back.
Yeah, he's close to getting that. Osseo hanging on for dear life there.
Yeah.
Shabazz might end. Whoa, he gets caught on his back.
Wow.
Now
I thought
Osseo gets the headlock he was trying to get before.
I thought it was going to be a reversal for Shabazz there for a moment.
And if you're Osseo, you want to keep him on the, even if you don't pin him, you want to keep him here for a while if you can. Shabazz is close to the kind of the edge of the mat here if he can just get off it. Or roll through like that.
Score 3 for Osseo, near fall, but then we're going to get a reversal for Shabazz.
That's going to make it 6-5. Great match. Both wrestlers have had their moments. Osseo did not, the headlock did not work the first time he tried it. The second time, it made the difference, at least for now in the match. Let's see, Shabazz throwing on the leg, but he's getting too high here a little bit.
Yeah, you wonder how long he tries to turn him, and then eventually do you cut him loose and try it for another takedown.
He's got that leg trapped. If Osseo gets that left arm free there for a second at least, he might have had a reversal, but Shabazz riding him tough still. It's like that corkscrew he's trying to throw on Osseo. They're going to go off. Yeah. You're right, Jay, though. At this point, 25 seconds. Do you cut him right now? I mean, you're trying to turn a guy that he's not going to be easy to turn. So I'd be surprised if Shabazz, he's going to let him go. He's going to do it, or at least he's going to give him the impression he's going to let him go. One thing you haven't seen a lot of tonight are cautions, which is nice. Yeah, he's going to try for a front headlock or that.
He did not give up the escape.
Seth going back to that headlock.
So no points out of this.
Boy, he's got Shabazz in trouble.
Now he's going to get the reversal.
Yeah, and he's...
Osseo back points as well, maybe even a fall as he's winding down time-wise. And he won't get the fall, but he will get the nice victory with a 3-point near fall, 11-6 win for Avery Osseo.
Series of headlocks there paid off.
Or 11-5 win, excuse me. And
for the sophomore from Armstrong. Yeah. That was a great match. The score says 11-5, not the closest, but in the end, that was a really good match. Both wrestlers wrestled really well.
And a little bit of a gamble that didn't pay off for Shabazz there. He was going to let him up and then decided not to.
I like that strategy, but I think with that much time left, that the other wrestler knows you got to let him go or do something there.
We go to 170, Owen Holly for Cooper, and for Armstrong, Fred Dasson.
Well, Dasson with a quick takedown. He's got him in trouble.
Trying to end it in a hurry.
Yeah, he is. Dasson wrestled a tough match against Park Center.
Ooh, close.
Well, he's so close to the edge of the mat, but he's not going to be able to get off. That's a pin for the Falcons and Dasson.
32 seconds is all it takes for Fred Dasson to get the victory for Armstrong.
And you can see a quick takedown, puts him on his back right away. Just kind of eases into that pin.
Taten Schroyer and Trevor Imbach will go head-to-head here at 182 now. Armstrong up 45-9. Schroyer, as we said, one of the captains for Cooper. Came into tonight 10-2, although he was defeated by good wrestler for Park Center, Mo Bamba.
Yeah, Mo Bamba, one of the more impressive wrestlers tonight. He's good sophomore. And Schroyer did not wrestle badly in that match, but he lost the battle on his feet. Bamba took him down a number of times. No shot here yet. 50 seconds into this match.
Imbach came into the night with a couple of wins. He too was defeated by Mo Bamba. He was pinned by him, in fact.
So Cooper probably feeling like with their captain out there, senior, that they got a shot at winning this one. Team score 45-9 in favor of Armstrong, but you know, like we talked about, Jay, if you go head to head, it's a little better. There's a takedown for Schroyer. And near cradle here for Schroyer, try to lock that up. Not quite able to do it. Imbach. I guess both wrestlers pretty content just to kind of let this first period come to an end.
Striking in the first period is Cooper 2, Armstrong 0.
And we're going to have Schroyer starting in the down position. Trying to get an escape, gets it, makes it 3-0. The Cooper senior. Both wrestlers passive on their feet so far, Jay. Not a lot of activity. Imbach trying to kind of reach for those legs, but gets underneath Schroyer here. He's going to give up a takedown to make it 5-0. Let's see if Schroyer tries for some kind of pinning combination. He's got Imbach pretty flat right now on the mat.
Yeah, not really getting to anything very quickly there, though. It's kind of like he was allowing Imbach a little breathing room to get up to his base there.
When you got a guy flat like that, I mean, you can see his head is down. There's a potential for a half Nelson. He's kind of looking back at his coaches. Kind of going for a near cradle here, but Imbach saw that coming. He plays defense. There's a half. There's another half. There he's got a deep half there if he keeps driving. Imbach in trouble now, trying to fight that off. And that's a pin for Cooper.
Schroyer, I was at first saying he was taking his time a lot, and then maybe you say, well, the patience paid off there as he gets the pin.
It sure did, yeah. Half Nelson, he's able to get it in real tight and gets the pin for the Hawks.
Yeah, it was over pretty quickly once he got that half in deep.
You kind of see, puts all that weight in Imbach's upper body.
And Devin Lopez for Armstrong.
Go to 195, and it will be David Heron against Devin Lopez in the 195-pound matchup. Lopez won that emotional overtime match against Park Center.
Yeah, that was a great match, too. We've seen some very entertaining matches tonight. A lot of good wrestling. Heron had a pin against Park Center. And he gets a nice little ankle pick there, takedown. You got Lopez in trouble here. He's trying to work him, just muscle him to his back if he can.
If I recall, Heron used that same ankle pick in his win in the Park Center match, too. Had it down pretty well.
Well, it's a great move if you can kind of set it up real nice, and he did. Now he's got this arm bar on Lopez. Lopez is in pretty bad shape here. But his arm gets free. He can maybe bridge his way out of this. His left shoulder, though, close to being stuck. And there it is. There's a pin.
Back-to-back pins now for Cooper as David Aron gets the fall for the Hawks. And flexes for it too. It makes things a little bit closer there at 45-21.
2 pins tonight for him.
And Bright Daku will win at 220 by forfeit for the Hawks.
Yeah, so he goes 2-0 tonight. He got a pin in his first match and a forfeit here.
Now it's a heavyweight for Cooper, Amir Gaten, and for Armstrong, Mason Hartman.
Amir Gaden for Cooper and Mason Hartman for Armstrong here in our last match of this duel and last match of the tri-meet here. Hartman, 4th year in the Armstrong program, and tonight his first varsity competition. He did get pinned against PC.
Now Russell, the heavyweight for PC, had 2 pins. Pinned both these guys tonight.
Yeah, he pinned Gaden as well, so
we don't know what to expect here.
Yeah, exactly. Russell, pretty big heavyweight, and once he got you on your back, it was pretty much going to be over, it looked like.
Yeah, a classic heavyweight, that probably doesn't shoot a lot, but is big enough and strong enough that once he gets the weight on you, and it's pretty much a for sure pin once he turns somebody. Yeah, not much activity yet in this one. There's a shot by Gaden. Whoa. Hartman tries to kind of throw him.
Well, it looked like he had it for a moment, but not quite.
Gaden comes back around. He's going to get 2. Hartman with roll and gets 2 back. I believe that's 2-2.
Yep.
Hartman trying to get a near cradle on Gaden.
Got him in some trouble.
He's going to get back points at least, but he's still got it locked up. 25 seconds. Now he lets it go. Oh, he's going for a half Nelson. Hartman's got him in trouble now.
What do we got here? Oh, potentially dangerous.
Well, it looked like Gaden got hurt, but Hartman was close to getting a pin right there. No, it was a legal hold. I missed that part. Okay, so that'll be a point for Cooper. Did not see what he did.
Yeah, when I first heard the whistle, I thought he was possibly calling a pin.
I thought so too for a second. Yeah, he was
didn't slap the mat though, so you knew that.
Pretty flat, but I think the reason he was is there was an illegal move, which I missed. I didn't see exactly what that was, and I don't know if we got much of an explanation.
So they get through one period here of this heavyweight matchup, and Hartman leading it 4-3.
Sometimes he's potentially dangerous or stalling or clasping, or those kind of points can come into play later. Gaden wants to go both up in the second.
Yeah, at lighter weights, a lot of times you'll see people choose down, but most of the time heavyweights aren't loving being in the down position just because the heavy body on top of them can be very difficult to get away from. Earlier we saw just kind of locking up and then a little flurry of activity when Hartman tried that throw and then gave up a takedown and came right back on his own.
Yeah, you alluded to it a while back. It might have been the previous dual meet where sometimes there's no activity. And then all of a sudden one guy makes a move, the other guy counters. The next thing you know, it is a whirlwind. Especially with heavyweights, there's a takedown for Gaydon. Let's see what he does. There, Gaydon trying for his own half. Ooh. He had Hartman in trouble. Hartman rolls through.
And it'll probably be an escape.
Yep, 5-5.
Hartman ties it up, and now getting in past the middle point of this second period, we'll see who's got a lot of energy left here. 5-5. I like that they're going after it a little bit here. I mean, sometimes you do see heavyweights where they're kind of content to not lose rather than try to win.
Yeah. Yeah, there'll be a burst where there's a headlock by Hartman. He's trying to get a headlock, but Gaydon's going to get 2, so that'll cost him because the period's going to come to an end. And now Gaydon has a 7-5 lead going into the third.
Yeah, really kind of missed on that headlock, slipped off.
I give him credit for going for it, but
and Hartman a little shaken up there.
Trainer coming to look at him. It looks
he's looking a little bit woozy there.
Well, the coaches are coming out too. He tried that headlock. He did hit the mat pretty hard. I wonder if they'll let him continue.
Yeah, I'm going to say there's a chance that this one might have come to an end possibly. He looked like he was a little bit off balance there as he got up. And
he tried that headlock. They hit the mat pretty hard. Gaydon kind of rolled through on it. Like Gaydon was the one who hit his head.
yeah, his head kind of went into the mat there a little bit.
Yeah, it did.
Looks like he is going to continue though.
And he'll start in the down position. Hopefully he's all right. Start in the down position for the final period, unless we go overtime. Oh, he rolls through. He's trying to roll through on Gaydon. Boy, the topsy-turvy here. Now Gaydon's got him in trouble. And if you're Gaydon, you're looking for the pin, and you got it. But I was going to say, at the very least, you want to hold him there for a while and wear him down. Credit, though, to Hartman for continuing that match, and hopefully he's all right.
So Gaydon gets the win by fall for Cooper. They got 3 pins and a forfeit win, and toward the end to really make this one a lot closer. And you see Gaydon squeezing tight there and able to get Hartman for the pin, but Armstrong obviously building up a lot of points with those forfeits earlier on. They got a couple of key wins themselves, and they will keep the Robbinsdale Rumble Trophy here with a 45-33 win, John, as just, again, the forfeit's too much to overcome.
Still some entertaining matches, though, Jay, and some really close matches. Even at the end, it was back and forth. So as far as I can remember, some of the more entertaining matchups tonight, despite the forfeits.
Thanks to the head coaches for all 3 teams that were here tonight. Justin Miller of Park Center, along with these 2 teams, Alex Wong of Cooper, Bill McCloskey of Armstrong, for providing us with the information. And we certainly hope you've enjoyed this match and also the previous 2 as well. So Armstrong keeps the traveling trophy from the Robbinsdale Rumble as they defeat Cooper 45-33. And all of our CCX crew, I'm Jay Wilcox. Good night from Armstrong High School.